Mythic Type 25 is 13th Mythic in total and 16th Mythic that comes with 3 different iron sights. The default one, the level 3 one and the level 5 one. And in this video I will compare them all. But first here's my loadout that I'm using with the Type 25 and here's my gunsmith for the Type 25. And so the square shape of the default iron sight is a little bit awkward. And you will be feeling it for the first minute of a match if you don't use the weapon and this iron sight a lot. Or you used other weapons when switched, and you will notice this awkwardness at first. But once you get adjusted to it, you will notice that the iron sight sides, like the frames, they are very nicely highlighted. They are not transparent, but also like not too bright, not too dark, everything is great there. There is also an X alongside the iron sight, the very dot, which also helps to aim. And well, the awkwardness of the square shape, it is not a huge deal. So you can kind of just get the mythic if you want to get it and not level it up at all. But after I finished with all the iron sights, I played with the default one again. And I have to say that you should really wait for the final one. And while you're waiting, of course, watch the level 3. And now just some more gameplay with the default. Now, while the default one was really good, the level 3 iron sight variant is just a disappointment, because it is a very small triangle and it is, I think, almost identical to the Mythic M13 iron sight or the middle variant of the USS-9. And now where is the problem is that it is too small, and when you're shooting at enemies from a longer distance, it is pretty awkward. You cannot aim at them as well as you would even with the default Mythic Type 25 iron sight option. And so, well, if you really want, you could have a loadout with this iron sight for like smaller maps, but even the default one is just better, and it gives you more versatility, more range. So this one, well, if you get the mythic, do not make a priority to max it out to the level 3. Well, not max, rather to level it up to the level 3, because default is just, it is actually more sufficient, it is better. Now I bring good news or bad news, but the final form iron sight, I think it is actually the best iron sight that we have in this game, like since it was released, because it is not as squarish as the default one. It is, as you can see, a lot more centered, more linear, but the frames are still very well defined. The iron sight, the red dot in the center is very nice as well. And it is great for any range, up close, mid-range, even long range. Like, there are zero issues aiming with it, using it. And so for this reason I have to say that, and I don't usually say that, but if you intend to use Mythic Type 25 a lot, you should really consider maxing it up. Now, if you don't intend to use it a lot, then you could just play with the default, because level 3 is unnecessary. But this final form iron sight, like I said, I haven't seen an iron sight that would be as great I think ever. Like you can see in the gameplay, it is just splendid, everything is great with it. Now when it comes to the design of the weapon, well, I personally like it. I like more simplified mythics, like without any fancy schmancy thingies, like USS-9, CX-9 for instance. So I like everything about this mythic. Now the death effect, I played with the gun maybe for about 8 hours total to make this video, and I have to say that I have no idea what the death effect is. But like you watch my gameplay, there was not a second where I could just stand and look at the death effect. But I kind of did watch the preview and I think it is something related to the void, and I think it is pretty cool. And so that would be the conclusion.